Hey, good on you for sending in a question, Jessamy. That's really good. I'm happy to help, and hopefully this will make it a bit clearer for you. Hope basketball went well yesterday and you had a lot of fun and maybe got away with the win even. All right, let's have a look and see what we've got here. Solve the following inequality. And so these things are a little bit annoying, mostly because of the denominators. So the key thing I would try and do when I was doing this is to get rid of those denominators all at once. And to do that, you just have to find what the common denominator is. And obviously 4 and 5 both go into 20. That's the lowest common denominator. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by 20. Now, where a lot of people have trouble is they'll multiply this one by 4 and this one by 4, and they'll leave this one out. By making sure you find the common denominator and you do it to each one, it works, no worries. Now I'm actually going to go just across the page here to make it. You probably don't need to show this working, but I'm just trying to make it really clear for you for the first time. So the first fraction, x over 4, is going to be multiplied by 20. The next one, I've got minus 20 times 2x take 2 over 5, and that's less than 20 times 4x over 4. Well, that's kind of funny, that 4x over 4, isn't it? Because really, cancelling our common factors there, 4 divided by 4, they just go to 1 anyway, don't they? So that's not too bad. Over here, we've got 20, that's 20 over 1. We can cancel a common factor in the numerator with a common factor in one of the denominators. So 4 goes into 20 5 times, and it goes into 4 once. Likewise over here, 5 goes into 5 once and into 20 4 times. I've just got to remember to multiply each of those, and we're going to be fine. So first, when I go 20 by the first thing, you can see here 20 by x over 4, the answer is just 5 times x. I should really have equivalent signs rather than equal to signs because we've got an inequality here. Don't worry too much about that though. Now, negative 4 multiplied by 2x would become negative 8x. Negative 4 multiplied by negative 2, so a negative times a negative is a positive. That becomes positive 8. And here I've got 20 multiplied by x is just 20x. We'll go ahead now and just simplify that left-hand side. 5x minus 8x, that's negative 3x. Plus 8 is less than 20x. Obviously, I want to get rid of that negative 3x. I want to get all my x's on the one side. So I add 3x, that's the inverse of subtracting 3x. Add 3x to the other side. And I have 8 is less than 23x. And as the last step, I'm just going to divide each side by 23. So when we divide by 23, we end up with 8 over 23 is less than x, which is the same as x is greater than 8 over 23. That's all we really have to do. If you want to check it, a good way to do it is to go to something called Desmos. You could do it on your graphics calculator as well if you've got one of those. But Desmos is a good little site that helps us graph things and just check our answers. So here, we started off with x minus 4 minus 2x take 2 over 5. So I'm just going to make that. Well, you can't quite see it in the frame there. How do I move it around? There we go. X divided by 4 minus 2x take 2 divided by... that's only going to do divided by on that bit, so I just need to make sure I put brackets around that. 2x minus 2 divided by 5. Push to the side, that's less than, well, 4x over 4, but that's really just x, isn't it? And so you can see there, it's actually shaded in the area where this expression is less than the other expression. If we have a look, 0.348. Now, what was our value? 8 over 23. Whenever x is greater than 8 over 23, we'd had the answer. Well, is 0.348 the same as 8 over 23? Let's have a check. And 0.3478, so they've just rounded to 3 figures. You know you've got it right. Don't worry about the Desmos stuff too much, or if you want a hand learning how to use it, I'm happy to show you that too. But hopefully that explains the working. The key for all of these ones, whether it's an equation or an inequation, if you've got lots of denominators and it's getting all a bit confusing, multiply by the common denominator, get rid of them all in one step, and you can see the line that you end up with, 5x minus 8x plus 8 is less than 20x, is much easier. Hope that helps. Have a great weekend. Cheers.